Hello YouTube. This will be my first Let's Play of a game ever. So, I've been talking out with one of the other YouTubers. I'm not so sure if most of you know him. But, as you can see, I've already played the game for a while. So since I'm going to do a Let's Play for this, I'm going to do a new game. So as you can see, war. We've won. But sadly, the Eye King made us die. We've been ambushed and thrown off the cliff into the Sea of Despair. And we've been to land in the campfire and seeking revenge. Okay, that thing's gonna pop up occasionally. Okay, so let's get started. So we start off with the bow, and as you can see, we have firepower. So far, everything in the first stage will be killed with 2 shots of an arrow. In the beginning, the arrow is very effective, but much later you'll be getting a weapon that's very good for close-range combat. Well, not really combat, it's still a shooter. It's still shooting. It's basically, I don't want to spoil what it is, but it's very good when you're up close and start shooting. Of course, you may risk your HP, but it's really good. But, of course, you can always go back. Okay, so we have 624 gold. And as you can see, we can upgrade. We can get a gun. Well, not yet. But in my previous file, I had all these weapons. And I had everything about to level 11. So what I want to do is I want to increase speed, but I also want to increase mana gain. Okay. Now that we have mana gain at level 3, you see this will eventually come in helpful. Because when we use this, we will earn more mana. When we receive mana, that is. So as we continue, as you can see, every stage there'll be more enemies than the last. And eventually, in some stages, it will be good because you can like kind of use it to grind up some money. Although I don't know if any levels have like replayability. So I'm just gonna continue with this, and I'm just gonna see how this goes on. So I'm sorry if there's gonna be any awkward silences, but sometimes I'm just gonna be really focused on the game, or sometimes I'm gonna be really scared that I'm gonna die. So as you can see, the battle was a little shorter than the other one, but we didn't get as much as gold as we had the other one in the first one. But to be fair, we did kind of get more because, see, as you can see, our mana went up by more. But to be fair, we already did start off with 200 coins in the beginning, which wouldn't really do us any good unless you want to like start off with an upgrade like that easily. As you can see, they're introducing some more enemies. The farther we go into the game, the more enemies they'll introduce. The end of the game will be introduced when the king comes out. So far we've beaten 2 stages. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 4 stages every episode. Maybe I'm going to do about 5 stages, 5 or 4, depending on my mood. So far, we've done, this is going to be 4th, and I'm going to do another one after this one. Okay, so as you can see, we have 1,000 coins, and we could have purchased the gun. But since I kind of ignored it, and I didn't acknowledge it at the moment, we're going to keep going. The odd thing is, after I received the gun, I actually kind of didn't really use the arrow that much, because I just came up to all of them. You can shoot multiple enemies. Like with the bow, you can shoot multiple enemies, but they have to be literally like standing in the same spot together. And as you can see, they will be bringing enemies back, and there will be more introduced. But as you can see, these will be staying characters. So probably in the end of this episode, I will be showing off a new weapon. Possibly, if I have the money. And if I don't, let's end the episode off there. Okay, so let's go to the upgrade room. Okay, so we're going to buy the gun. We're going to upgrade our weapon, and we're going to upgrade this. So as you can see, they're both level 2. This one has more range, but this has less range but more speed. Now the gun has a cooldown time. So every time you're going to use the gun, be aware of the cooldown time. So you want to occasionally switch to the gun. When I switch to the gun, it's mostly at the beginning, but then again when it starts getting red, that's when I switch to the bow and I let the bow do the rest of the work. And after my gun's completely cooled down, because only sometimes I will use the gun after I have, like everything, after it's all completely cooled down. Okay, so now that we have the gun, I'm going to show it off in this final battle. Hold up. I forgot to equip it. Now this is the gun. You will touch it, and as you can see, you won't move as fast, but as you can see, I just took out a whole wave of enemies that would have taken me a little longer. As you can see, I can grind up more money. Since the gun is kind of good, I'm not gonna stay too long onto it, but I'm gonna end this. I don't know how I'm going to end this off, but I know I'm just gonna end this episode off with a bang. Get it? With a bang. I'm so sorry. Okay, so let's continue. As you can see, this wave has been taking me a little longer. As you can see, we have more MP. We've been gaining more MP. This is where I don't like to use it, because if you use the gun all the way up to its maximum use, which is the gun is unlimited, but it's basically like in Call of Duty, World at War, that the gun will have a cooldown time, like the flamethrower. Okay, guys. So thanks for watching, and remember to subscribe and leave a like, please.